हाजिर मैंने देखा कि you've gone from an 8-hour workday to 12 hours, 14 hours. You're working Saturday, Sunday.
Yes.
You built your sport complexes are coming up. The roads are being cleared. Anti-encroachment drives and so much is happening.
जी.
मुझे जरा सा समझाएं यार. मैं भी कराची में रहती हूँ, आप भी रहते हैं यार. आप भी डिफेंस में रहते हैं, मैं भी डिफेंस में रहती हूँ. मैंने भी कम्यूट किया पहली दफा, इतनी आप रोज करते हैं. What is wrong with Karachi intrinsically? I mean, why can't we get the city together? Why is there no infrastructure? ना पानी है. आपको पानी नाजिबाबाद में है? नॉर्थ नाजिबाबाद में
कुछ एरियाज में है, कुछ में कम ज्यादा हो रहा होता है जी.
So पानी नहीं है, गैस नहीं है, सड़कें नहीं है, कोई स्टोरेज सिस्टम नहीं है, गार्बेज डिस्पोजल नहीं है. ये क्या हो रहा है? दुनिया की एक सबसे बड़ा शहर है ये.
I think from my understanding, and every subdivision is very different, and it's dealt very differently. You know, because they have different DCs and how they are running it. And I think there's probably check and balance. That's where things go wrong, and the tenure. Because I've been here only 4 months now.
Yeah.
So like, let's say if I start something, मैं कोई चीज़ शुरू करता हूँ और initiative लेता हूँ, अगर मैं अभी चला गया, तो इतने जो projects अभी चल रहे हैं वो सब रुक जाएंगे. क्योंकि maybe अगले assistant commissioner को maybe his motivation or her motivation शायद कुछ और है. Maybe they want to focus on something else.
Yeah.
So I think the tenure, there's you never know when you stay or how long you stay.
So unfortunate.
So we never know that. So maybe that plays a role. External circumstances can also play a role.
Yeah.
You know, कभी-कभी budget ज़्यादा कम हो जाता है. कभी-कभी चीजें delay हो जाती हैं. जैसे अभी इतने defense की बात कर रही थी. There's so many dug up areas.
All of it is dug up.
Exactly. So now let's say this monsoon and rain period will either delay it or just ab Eid aa jati hai. So there's a lot of factors that do play a role, but I think everybody needs to sit together, you know, on one page, and they need to redo the entire infrastructure.
Absolutely. Is there no chance that you can kind of shift your focus to DHA?
No, currently, I mean, as like I said, you know, we never know about tenure. Today I'm here, maybe tomorrow I'm in DHA or elsewhere. So right now, there's already an assistant commissioner over there, and I think they're doing what they can.
All right, we won't go there. We won't go there because we don't want to make this about politics. But that was an essential part of the conversation.
Yeah.
As assistant commissioner of North Nazimabad, what do you think have been the biggest challenges for you?
Everything has been a challenge, to be very honest. I just make it look easy or make it look...
you do?
Yeah, but everything is a challenge. I think there are personal challenges and then there are also professional challenges because you have to make everybody understand something most basic, you know. People are so used to it. If you take any issue, encroachment ka hoye, price checking ka hoye, any issue, who are the people doing this? It's the public. Public price बढ़ाती है या encroachment public करती है. So not only do you need to help the public understand where you're wrong, but also you check in with the government or check in politically. All those factors you have to keep in mind. So it's like juggling these different entities. And then obviously you have your personal issues as well, such as, you know, you're sick or you're tired or you're exhausted or, you know, kuch ho jata hai family mein, koi hadsa ho gaya, and you just always have to be ready. You always have to, you know, forget everything and come to kuch nahi hua hai and carry on because that's why you are in the field.
On the ball.
Yeah.
Constantly. So Hazim, let's go back a little bit.
Yeah.
You were born here, but then you left when you were a baby.
Yes, 6
days. 6 days, And you were brought up in New York by your mother.
Yes.
And your father is here, and he was DIG police.
Yes.
So how did it work? How did your childhood work? Because, I mean, my question is that why did you come back? You've had the best of the Western world, and you were making music, and, you know, you were a thriving career.
Yeah.
And then you studied fashion. And then you studied law.
Yes.
And all in the UK.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you decided, and I saw your interviews, and you said that, you know, there was such a difference in the way, the life you were living and the life people were living here, that you were like, you know, I have to come back and do something.
Yeah.
वो जज्बा कहाँ से आया?
I don't know, ये कहाँ से आया. All I knew was, मैं अपनी आवाज़ से थक गया था complain करते.
मतलब आप तो यहाँ रह भी नहीं रहते, तो complain कैसी थी?
But, you know, आता जाता था, I had links, I had my roots, so, you know, end of the day, जहाँ भी जाऊँ, था तो पाकिस्तानी ही, you know. And I used to get so tired of complaining. लोगों को सुनता था ये मसले हैं, वो मसले हैं, ये मसले हैं, वो मसले हैं, हर को उठा के जा रहा था. And I just felt like, isn't it easy just to take it back and go, why isn't anybody doing something? But कितना आसान है कि ना कोई क्यों नहीं कर रहा कुछ, इतना आसान. And because मैं खुद अपने complaints से थक गया, I was like, either you do something or you be quiet. And during that time, मैं between contracts था, तो मेरे पास एक gap था in the middle for a couple of years to release my first album. So I was traveling, meeting producers, kabhi Japan, kabhi Indonesia. I've always been traveling, but I was traveling more intensely. But जब भी मैं पाकिस्तान आ रहा था, I don't know, I used to get at the airport.
Oh God, yeah.
And something used to just hit me. I don't know, I felt like मैं real चीज़ से बहुत disconnected हूँ. I kept thinking, you know, I'm driving in a limo coming to the airport. Other say, you know, taking the first class Emirates in the cocoon, you know, people picking up my bags. And I come at the airport and I see reality that this is happening in your country. Yeah. And I don't know what happened. And then I decided there was an advertisement, IUT, for this examination. And I said, why not? I still have time. मेरे पास 2-3 साल है, जब म्यूजिक आएगा वो एल्बम का रिलीज होएगा. I still have time, let me try this. And people roasted me, my family. तुम पागल हो गए हो.
How did your mother react?
Oh, she thought I was crazy, honestly.
Because your mother is from Iraq.
Yeah.
And she's an architect.
Yeah.
And she lives the Western life completely.
She's still abroad.
She's still abroad.
She's still abroad.
Could you ever bring her back? No.
She's always traveling. Mashallah. So she just works and does her thing. And she thought I had completely lost my mind.
Yeah.
She's like, why? Who does that? कौन अपने आप को जेल में डालता है? What is wrong with you? And then other family members, they're like, oh नहीं तुमसे नहीं होएगा, छोड़ दो, तुम इनको हजम नहीं होगे. This and they were just, everybody was being a bit too negative.
तुम उनको हजम नहीं होगे.
Yeah, मैं. Yeah.
और ये हुआ था मसला शुरू में. थोड़ा सा.
That they won't understand you.
Who you are.
Yeah. And the way you approach things, you do things, you know. And there were a lot of, and one thing about me is that मैं किसी की बात सुन के उस पे directly, I don't take it on board.
Yeah.
I need to do things my way. I need to try it myself and see if it's good or bad. Just because आपने कहा बुरा है, मेरे लिए तो शायद वो बुरा नहीं है.
Yeah.
Let me try it. Let me be the judge. You know, let me come to that conclusion, result पे मुझे आने दो. आप मुझे advance नहीं बताओ. And they were very, didn't want me to join the government at all. And
although your dad was in the government.
Yes, and he decided, because I was already settled, I had already signed my record label deals, you know, music से पैसे आ रहे थे, I had everything already set. You know, I was just traveling, you know, doing shows back and forth. So I was so set. And they're like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
But I really want to do this.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't enough as a person for me. Just, you make money, you're a musician, internationally, people recognize you, that's good, it's all good. But what was I actually doing? That was...
You didn't feel fulfillment, a sense of...
I didn't feel fulfillment. I didn't feel like I was actually doing anything.